Welcome to our talk show where today we'll be discussing public education and private education versus private education. What's exciting is that we have gathered insight from a number of respondents through a survey regarding this topic. We've got a panel of representatives: Vishnu,
Hello.
Prysciliadeep, Sachien, and Kausalya.
Hello.
They're here to review the results of the survey and provide insight to the responses we've collected. Let's dive right into the findings.
Okay, so to begin, first question is, did you attend public or private school during your primary and secondary education? So a good chunk of the participants went to public school, standing at 51 students, and then we have 13 students for private schools. So it's safe to say that mass majority of university students today have gone to public schools.
Following the next question, what syllabus did you take in your high school? The majority was SPM followed by IGCSE. However, there's one unique answer which was others out of 64 answers. This could be education from other places such as Canada, but however, this is only offered in places that are very limited in Malaysia.
In the next questions, participants were asked what were some extracurricular activities that they participated in after school. A vast majority, with a total of 18, participated in Red Cross and St. John, which is very good to see.
And our next question is, how would one describe the class sizes and teacher-student interaction in their high school? So going off of our respondents, 50 out of 64 participants stated that they have adequate class sizes with reasonable amounts of interaction, while the others said that their class sizes either gave limited to no interaction, and after that they said they did not notice any significant difference. Moving on is, what was the most memorable experience you had in high school? So the first one we have is gossiping about people, which I'm sure all of us have done with our beloved friends. And coming in second is spending time with friends. These are the people we bond with, we grow up with, we learn with. So by the time you're in university or college, you're definitely going to have a close bond with them and have your little reunions. And for the third one is sports day. So regardless of public or private school, it's very clear that we love our sports day.
Yeah, moving on to the next question. What is the most important thing you learned at high school? The latest answers, number 1 and number 2, importance of making quality friends and value of friendships. It's very important to make friendships because that's something we'll all learn in high school, and it's a very memorable milestone in our lives. And the third answer is people change. Yes, we all have made some mistakes in high school and we learn from it.
In the next question, participants were asked, did they have any leadership roles? One participant added that they were treasurer of clubs and managed the money within the clubs. Another one said that they were a librarian, which is something I can relate to. And lastly, the last participant added that they were captain of the Red House in 2023. Very impressive.
We also asked about the typical challenges that they faced in high school. So going off of our first and third response, it seems that making friends and socializing seems to be quite a challenging process. Our second response also said that they had problems with managing time, which I can relate to because first of all, I procrastinate a lot, and second of all, I struggle to manage time between homework and other things to do.
Okay, so the next question here that we asked is, do you believe the work culture, salary, environment, stress for the teachers play a role in their performance? So, mass majority of the students believe that if there is a higher pay, there's more benefits, the teachers are more motivated to teach the students better. However, this may not be the case, as some students do believe that some teachers are very passionate about teaching and they do love their students a lot. So they do put enough effort into the students. So that's not necessarily true. However, these two responses do equal each other quite well.
Moving on to the next question, how was your relationship with your teachers? It was a rating of 3.84 out of 5. This shows that quite a number of students shows that they had quite a good relationship with their teachers, but not the best, but they still had a very good relationship. But after all, I feel even though it's public or private school, it depends on how you engage with your teacher, as teachers will pick up on and get attached to you as you make an effort.
I'd like to add to that. The next question asks whether or non-participants felt stressed or pressured while they were in high school. In a rating of 1 to 5, participants added that they felt an average number of 3.38 as the level of stress they were feeling. And this is tending towards the higher side. Although it's not the most stressful, it's safe to say that participants felt stress. I would like to believe that the public education would be a more stressful environment due to the harder syllabus of SPM. What do you have to say?
Well, moving on, we also asked them about their proficiency in the national language, and we got an average number of 3.78 out of 5. So it's safe to say that most of our participants are quite proficient in the national language, but there's still a fair few who are not at all proficient, which brings down the average to a 3.78.
Next question we asked our participants was, how useful were the facilities at your high school? So out of 5, we got a rating of 3.3, which basically means that the facilities wasn't the worst, nor was it the best, but it wasn't efficient enough. If I were to say in a public school, since we have a mass majority of public school respondents here, I feel like the facilities definitely was sufficient, but maybe not everything was there for them. So that's why the average number was 3.3.
Well, this is an interesting question. How diverse and inclusive was the student population in your high school? The average number for this question was 3.44 out of 5. This shows that quite a number of high schools were quite diverse, but not too diverse at the same time. But after all, we are all Malaysians and we are all quite diverse and inclusive compared to much more other countries.
To add to that, another question that was asked was the overall quality of education. And out of 5, participants added it was 3.73, which was very high. Although not the best, it's safe to say that everyone enjoyed their time in high school. However, I do feel that in private education, this rating would be higher.
And finally, we asked if they felt that their high school adequately prepared them for higher education or their chosen career path, and we got an average number of 3.64 out of 5. So most of our participants felt like they were adequately prepared, but there were also a fair number that felt that they were either less adequate or not at all adequate.
To conclude, both public and private have their similarities and differences. Smaller teacher-to-student ratios are a common feature of private schools, which may lead to more individualized attention and even stronger bonds between teachers and pupils. Because of their competitive wages, these schools may be able to draw in highly skilled and specialized teachers. Conversely, public schools may have devoted and experienced instructors who are driven by dedication to the public education, despite obstacles like bigger class numbers. When choosing between private and public schools, families need to consider the importance of learning environment, class size, quality of teachers, and many more. Despite their divergent approaches and operational frameworks, both sectors are unified in their commitment to advancing educational standards and fostering a skilled population equipped to contribute effectively to the nation's development and prosperity. Thank you.